Hi, it's Saturday night, the 28th of November, and day 332 of my journey to business alignment and living the dream. It's been exciting. I can't believe that it's already Saturday, the sixth Saturday of my 6 Saturdays a week, and 2 days after Thanksgiving already. Man, oh man, how time's flying. Anyway, my power statement for this morning said, I will work to finish all the thank you pages, finished and loaded up, so I can send Fahad their URL respective links that he can link them up to their respective product landing pages. Well, today started off just fine, but as I got into Ontoport to work on the thank you pages, once again I ran into a new snag after another new snag. And when I got onto the chat to get help with it, it went on forever and ever. It seemed like it was never going to end. But by the end of the day at 5:30 p.m., I had gotten the needed help that I knew what I needed to do so I could make all the thank you pages work. So I will tackle that on Monday. Here's what I had on my to-do list for today, right here. I got them done very short. This was very specific. But I also had some things come up, so I got those pages done. Got that list of tasks to do. And here's a few more Ontoport issues I had to get resolved through that came up through all that snag. And so it was a great day. It started off like I said it did, but it was still good. My most important task that I got done today was to get the thank you pages finished, was my goal anyway. And they all tied myself up into knots almost through trying to get those product order forms done. My fun task for today was to send the Fahad the campaign URL links that are tied to each of the product order form landing pages, and get the email pages working and all connected and get them all set up with the product order landing pages. There's 3 major pieces. Well, that was the goal. And my exciting task for today was to then test all the product order forms to see that they're all working, that the thank you pages landed into the inbox properly and so forth, that the flow chart worked. Well, because of these snags that I faced today, I didn't get any of them done. But let's go ahead and go through my end of the day success routine, and I'll explain. Get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better? Did you wake up early and start strong? Woke up, cold blast for a Saturday morning, was off and running. I did start my morning with power. I was productive throughout the day, but not on the specific completion and accomplishing the end of that particular task. Did you get the most important things done? Not the one I wanted. Did you move your goals forward? Yes, more and more pieces through the portal of my mind, manifesting in the world of physical through action, step after task after task. Did you show up as the person I wanted? I sure did. I tried to maintain, start strong, stay strong, end strong. I did all of that. What about your personal time with Catherine? We had a wonderful evening done tonight after that headache of a day. And she was present for me. I was present for her. Next are my end of the day success routine accountability questions. Here you go. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made to yourself this morning? Well, this morning, thinking I had most of the snags worked out already from yesterday's efforts with all those chat people, I promised myself that I'd get these thank you pages all set up by the end of the day today. But boy, oh boy, I never thought I would face some of the challenges that came up in this program again. Like I said, the learning curve has been quite incredible and very difficult, at least it has for me, but I'm pressing forward in faith and learning. So I have to say I didn't keep that particular promise that I made to myself this morning, and that is the first for me, to not keep those commitments. It was out of my control, however, so I'm okay with it, and I'm learning, and I'll get past it, and it'll never come up again down the road, hopefully. But it's tough to not reach your goal, isn't it? And to not get the task done and keep the promise you kept to yourself. It even happens to me, Coach B. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new instant prepay movies that came up onto the screen of your mind? Well, I watched my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, of course. I do it every morning. And then, once again, I went right upstairs up here in my office after breakfast to get after those 3 tasks that I had laid out for the day's work. I needed that time to get after it because I knew it was going to be a long, involved day. Well, my next question says, what's the one thing that would have made all the difference going forward? What one thing can you do better tomorrow and going forward? Well, the one thing that would have made all the difference for me going forward is to have learned this darn OP app program enough that I wouldn't have those snags. But that's how I'm learning. Ontoport integrations have been a bit tough for me, but when it's all said and done, it's a marvelous program. Don't misunderstand me. It has such incredible features. It makes the system so smooth when you get it all set up, and learning how to get it all set up, that's the trick. That said, my power statement for tomorrow is going to say this. It's going to say, I will finish designing and setting up all the thank you pages. I will send those URLs to Fahad to link them up to the respective product landing pages. And that will allow people to go to the landing pages and be able to click on the big picture on that landing page and start watching that step lesson video. That's the goal. That's what I've been working towards. The next question of my end of the day success routine is to ask myself, were there any mistakes or failures that you may turn into a tool of success? Way too many to describe. The tool of success is learning it, getting it down, memorizing it, figuring it out. And so, yes, that's the tool of success, is press forward, press forward, press forward. Keep going until you learn it. I should have not committed to myself that I would get them all done when I knew that I didn't know what the problem was with them. I should have just committed to work as hard as I possibly could on that task all day and see how far I would get. That's a great task. That's a great goal. I spent the entire day trying to figure out how to design, set up, and publish those darn thank you pages, and had a difficult time, even with the help of all the chat people who helped me. I worked through it though, and come Monday, I am pretty sure that I will get them done. I started the day knowing I had one of them done, which I did, but that I wasn't prepared for the new snag that came up. And after many mistakes, corrections, and starting over, even with the help of a particular chat person who was wonderful, I was finally able to get through the problem that was tripping me up. And so come Monday, I think I'll be able to launch forward and get those done. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Sticking with it was the big success, and not quitting. My biggest success today was finally getting through that big snag and being ready to finish these thank you pages come Monday morning. Perseverance, staying through it, and seeing it to the end. Don't be a quitter. That's the success. I'm now ready to duplicate 12 more thank you pages for each of the campaigns, get their URL links, and send them off to Fahad so he can link them up. Bam, done. Way to go, Marty. Anyway, my next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. Well, I decided to give today's effort a 6. I worked at the speed of 6 today because of all the new snags and issues I ran into the day, and because I didn't keep that commitment. I cut down almost in half. They slowed me down considerably, of course, but like I said, I'm getting faster and faster, and I'm learning it. I'm staying with it. When it's all said and done, I'll know how to do incredible things with this Entreport system. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says words shape our thoughts. Thoughts shape our beliefs shape our feelings. They also shape our emotions, and our feelings and emotions generate our actions, and our actions produce our results, whether we like them or not. And the words we choose at the beginning of this process, CTFR, define our experience, and so the words we think become our experience. Isn't that interesting? Words are the fabric from which all our questions and our thoughts are cut. By changing just one word in a question, we can instantly change the answer we'll get for the quality of our lives. Our understanding of words and their impact on us, the more we can sway human emotion, not only within ourselves, but within others as well. That's what will happen. These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for, which is the law of persuasion, which simply says persuasion is the ability to influence thoughts and actions through specific strategies. To master this skill, it is necessary to understand some basic principles called the laws of persuasion. There are 6 laws that make up the law of persuasion, which describe how most people respond to certain circumstances. Circumstance C in the CTFR. A great deal of psychological research indicates that human beings are quite predictable in terms of behavior in response to certain stimuli, like advertisements. This is why businesses invest so much in advertising, and why consumers respond to most ads and commercials by buying the products and services they promote. An understanding of the law of persuasion, or the laws of persuasion, enables you to control how much others unduly influence you and how you can use the laws to your benefit during negotiation. As a business owner in particular, people are faced with countless decisions every day, aren't we? And the laws we work because they provide shortcuts to making many of those decisions even easier. Some of the best masters of the art of persuasion in negotiation are highly successful salespeople who do their best to not only make the sale, but also to meet the needs of their buyers. I sure hope so. Meeting the needs of buyers is where it's at. As project managers, our fundamental goal, this person said, is to meet stakeholders' needs. So these laws of persuasion give us another tool we can use to increase our influence over others as we guide the project to success. Your business, guiding it to success. Here are the 6 laws of persuasion. Law of reciprocity, law of commitment and consistency, law of liking, law of scarcity, law of authority, and number 6, law of social proof. Next, I'm grateful for the psychologist Robert Cialdini, who said, an understanding and skilled use of persuasion are often the keys to success in both your working and personal lives. If you give people what they want, using these 6 laws of persuasion, they will most likely return the favor. When you recognize that you are being manipulated, you can expose the other side's tactics and counter with an appropriate strategy. This will lead to more effective ways of achieving the goals of all negotiating parties. The power of persuasion. Anyhow, I'll cover each of these laws, these 6 laws of persuasion, once again starting tomorrow night. But I'm getting tired. You hear me? I'm stumbling up a little bit. I'm a little sleepy and ready to go to bed. So this is a good place to stop right here. I'll be back here tomorrow night at my laptop sharing my feelings and some more thoughts. But until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.